Hey guys, this is Binding of Isaac Dice Blocks tier list take 2 because, well, someone spoke over the first one, so that's basically what we just do. Tiers are self-explanatory, always useful, mostly useful, sometimes useful, rarely useful, and never useful / hinders the player. Or I'm going to change that to hinders Isaac. So, firstly, we've got the D6. Now, I'm going to say for this, I'm going to obviously put the D6 in top tier because you can re-roll anything, any item pedestals you want without, sort of destroying your run in the process, which is why I think it's good. But we're going to get to the and it does a lot of good things most of the time anyway, because you can reroll bad items into good items, or you can reroll bad items into bad items or even worse items, but it's always useful. Well, when I say always, I mean 99% of the time it's useful. And nextly we've got the D100, and I would say for D100 I want to put it in mostly useful, but now for the fact that it has the D10 effect is just no. The D10 and D7 effect sometimes useful, like if you're in an empty room you can use it. I would say it's best used in empty rooms because it used to just be a D6, a D4, a D20 and a D, and that was it. But now it's got D10, I don't know about D12, but it's got D8 effect now. So basically D100 is all the dice put together and it re-rolls your whole run. So I'm going to say sometimes useful because it can get you out of a good run. It can get you out of a bad run and can really save you. But so for that, I'm just going to put it there. But and next we've got the D20. Again, re-rolling pickups, that's not really useful. To me anyway, like that's rarely ever useful. D4, it basically D4 re-rolls all of your items throughout and gives you a better run, or should give you a better run. Personally, I'm going to say it's better than the D100 because it doesn't do all the other crap that the D100 does. So I'm going to say mostly useful for the D4, and D4 is it now replaces all of the items with items from the same treasure pool. So that's new. In case you're wondering, that was added in Repentance. D10, never useful, and it hinders Isaac. Half the time, you re-roll enemies which aren't even that bad to deal with. Half the time you re-roll it into those flying angelic babies on floor 1, which is the last thing you need in a turret room, that teleport everywhere, you have no damage, it's just like, no. The D10 should not exist. D12, I'm gonna say sometimes useful. It's not as good as D100, but D12, basically what D12 does is it re-rolls all the rocks and that. It can re-roll all of your like metal blocks and that into tinted rocks, so it can be good, but it's not rarely ever useful. But it's more useful than re-rolling pickups, but it's not as useful as like re-rolling I don't want to put D100 in mostly useful. Actually, you know what? Sod it, I am. Because D100 we're going to put mostly useful, actually, because it's just no. D7 re-rolls the room, so you basically redo the room again to get an extra pickup, like What? How is that useful? D7 just no. It shouldn't exist. It's bad. It restarts a room to give you an extra pickup. Like, no, that's not useful at all. I don't care what people say. I get Huts thinks, oh, the D7's so amazing, but I will actually agree with Invicta on this one. The D7 is complete and utter shit. It just re-rolls a room. That's not good. D8, introduce an afterbirth, re-rolls your stats. I don't want to put it... See, I'm stuck between putting it up here in A or putting it at the top of B. Because re-rolling your stats is quite good. In my opinion, anyway. I mean... You know what, I'm going to put it in B. D1, this was... It duplicates a random item on the floor. Now, that may sound like crap, because it only duplicates one random item, but it is good. You just need to know how to use it. So for that, I'm gonna say that seems a bit weird. Re-rolling your stats is being put below re-rolling one duplicating item. No, you know what? I'm gonna swap that. Yeah, that's better. That's better. D infinity. Basically, what the D infinity does is it changes into a random dice every time you use it. Get out of here. You shouldn't be in the game. I do not like the D infinity at all. It's just randomness. You can't control what dice, so you get D6 and then next time you get D4, like, that's not good. That is shit. No one has ever asked for this item. It shouldn't exist. Get the fuck out of my game. Go jump off a cliff. Go get thrown out of nowhere. Thrown out of a window. I don't care. Get rid of the D infinity. Now I am going to check for the spin down dice and eternal D6 again. But in case you're wondering. So. No, I don't see them here. Basically the eternal D6 is a 2 room cooldown D6 that has a chance to make one or all items disappear. So again, I'd probably say it's in the same tier as D6. And then spin down dice. So basically, as you can see here, this is where things are all in dice order. So we reroll. If you say spin down dice, if you spin down dice on my reflection, it'll turn to Cricket's head. From blood bag to that's not polyphemus, that's brimstone. I'm stupid, okay. From daddy longlegs to polyphemus to epic fetus, things like that. Toothpicks to sacred heart, for God's sake. You get a boss kill with spin down dice and then you just get sacred heart. That's totally not broken at all. Squeezy into that's not one. That into a baden to monstrous lung. That proptosis, black candle, and yeah, if you get the idea, that into that, that into that, that into that. I do like the Fate's Reward into Incubus though, that's a good one, but like, other than that, yeah, I'd say spin down dice would probably be here or here. Yeah, spin down dice is probably here. And yeah, on that note, I'm gonna say I'll talk to you guys later. I know it's a bit short, but still, see you guys later. Bye.